Students, as you know that we have been learning very interesting unit, interesting phenomenon which occurs in the plant, that is actually the transpiration. So from your plant physiology paper second, very interesting unit we have been learning since last two lectures, that is a transpiration. Friends, in that one also we have studied the exact structure of the stomata, but in detail we are going to learn that one. Here stomata is nothing but a pore in the plant skin through which water and gases are exchanged the plant and the in the atmosphere. So you will have to keep in mind here one of the most important, that is that exchange the plants the water and gases in the atmosphere. Where? In the atmosphere. So that is most important. Stomata is a मराठी मध्ये आपण त्यांना पर्णरंध्रे म्हणतो. Means actually that are the hole, pores आहेत. And through that pores, actually that pores are present in the skin, in the epidermis of the leaf. Now here that structure will be able to see. Actually here it shows presence of one of the two most important guard cells, isn't it? The kidney shaped two important guard cells are there. In case of first sketch we will see that there we can see there is an open stomata. So at the center there is a pore, and that pore is known as a stoma. That is known as also stoma or aperture. And this stoma opening and closing controlled by these two most important kidney shaped guard cell. The guard cells are surrounded by again other epidermal cells, and the epidermal cells are known as a subsidiary cells, isn't it? Now in the last lecture also I have asked you to sketch and label the diagram of a stomata, because then only it would be very easy to you understand exact the structure of the stomata and how that structure is going to help to the plant in the process of a transpiration. Now as already I have said to you, at the center, or we have to say that two most important cells, that is guard cells, which guards the central pore, that is known as a stoma, that is known as a pore. So about that stoma we have to learn. Stoma is surrounded by a pair of kidney shaped guard cells. Pair, two are there guard cells, pair is there, and that pair is going to help. This pair is going to help in opening and closing of that stoma, that aperture. So stoma is a whole pore is surrounded by a pair of a kidney shaped guard cell. Each guard cell is modified epidermal cell. Actually that guard cell was originally epidermal cell, but that is modified in case of the size, in case of the structure, in case of the content, isn't it? So that is showing a prominent nucleus. We can find prominent nucleus into guard cell. We can find cytoplasm into that one. We can find plastids, means chlorophylls are there. Again, the walls of the guard cell are differently thickened. Keep in mind, the walls of the guard cells are differently thickened. In that one, inner wall is there, which is facing to the stomata, is a concave and thick rigid. Outer wall is a thin, isn't it? So that is, we have to say that differently thickening. Now guard cells are surrounded by variable numbers of a epidermal cell, and that are known as a subsidiary cell. So subsidiary cells are also epidermal cell, but they are surrounding to the guard cell. That's why that epidermal modified guard cells and modified epidermal cells are also known as a subsidiary cells. Now most important, that there is opening and closing of the stomata. Here opening is depend upon the change in the pressure of the guard cells. Friends, what I have told you, the opening That is because of change in the pressure of a guard cell. Whenever there is change in the pressure of the guard cell, definitely there is change in case of the structure of the stomata, means opening and closing depend upon that one. So at daytime what happens actually, water from the subsidiary cells enters the guard cells. At daytime, water from the subsidiary cells enters the guard cells, making the guard cells fully turgid and the stomata open, means stoma remain open. At night time what happens actually, water from guard cells enters the subsidiary cells, becomes a flaccid, and due to decrease in the turgor pressure, the stomata get closed, isn't it? Now again what things are going to happen, as we have only seen in case of mechanism of opening and closing of the stomata, but there are many scientists worked on that one actually, which things are responsible for increase in the turgor pressure of the guard cell and which things are responsible for the decrease in the turgor pressure of the guard cell. For that one they have given most important, I have to say that the theories, out of that one most accepted, we have to say that, or most of the scientists have been accepted, one of the theories there, that is active Kepler's transport ion theory. Active Kepler's transport ion theory. This actually theory is put forth by Fusey, name of that scientist, supported and elaborated by the Leavitt and Raschke in 1975, my friends. Keep in mind, actually this theory, opening and closing of theory, that is active Kepler's transport ion theory, is given by the scientist actually the Fusey, and that is supported by and elaborated by Leavitt and Raschke in 1975. So most another important characteristic of this theory is that it needs ATP. So this is an energy based theory, means here the opening and closing of the stomata because of active Kepler's transport ion is required or wants the energy, that is ATP. Now, how the opening, which things required for the opening of the stomata, that is presence of a light. So definitely stomata remain open during the daytime, because at that time there is a light is there. Now decrease in the starch content of the guard cells, as already I have said you, all the changes takes place most of the in the guard cells, which is having a, the guard cell having a prominent nucleus is there, cytoplasm is there, chloroplast is there, and that things actually responsible for making some changes, and that changes are responsible for increase in the turgor pressure of the guard cell, and because of increase in the turgor pressure of the guard cell, they go away from each other and pore stoma get open, isn't it? Now opening light is required, starch content guard cell increases, concentration, increasing concentration of a malic acid is there in the guard cell, influx of a K plus ion takes place in the guard cell. Again influx of a H plus, this H we have to write capital H plus, ions from the guard cell takes place. Now high pH, isn't it? High pH is there, pH also we have to write P at the bottom and H at the head or at the top. Intake of chloride ion takes place by the guard cell, and because of all these things, high turgor pressure of the guard cells due to the osmosis, due to the entering of a water into that one. In case of the closing, definitely we will find a different type of things in case of a closing. So closing of a closing depends upon the absence of light. Closing depends upon absence of light is there. Again, decrease in the concentration of malic acid in the guard cell takes place. Whenever there is a decrease in the malic acid in the guard cell is there, definitely pH. Again, efflux of K plus, so K plus which was absorbed by the guard cell, that again come out of that one, and there is a acidic medium. Loss of chloride also comes out of the guard cell, and all these things, there is an increase in the carbon dioxide. So all these things are responsible for decrease in the turgor pressure. Here most important thing is that decrease in TP, decrease in the DECREASE, decrease in the TP is there, turgor pressure is there, and because of decrease in the turgor pressure, the stoma get close. So closings, isn't it, of stomata is depend upon actually the many things are there. In case of K plus ion, they have said that the K plus influx of K plus ion takes place into the guard cell, and that influx of a K plus is responsible for, again we have to say that, and during that all activities what happens actually, there is a entry of a water, we have to say that the water takes place from the surrounded cells to the guard cell, and because of that one there is a definitely we have to say that increase in the turgor pressure takes place, and because of increase in the turgor pressure in the guard cells, there are two guard cells go little bit away from that one. The degree of stoma, degree of a aperture opening is depends upon the, we have to say that the degree of a turgor pressure, isn't it? As more the turgor pressure, definitely there is a more size we will find in between the two guard cell, that is open, the stoma is there. So you will have to keep in mind actually K plus influx increases turgor pressure, and efflux means whenever it goes outside, at that time there is a decrease in the turgor pressure takes place. So K plus ion transport active, K plus active word is given there. Definitely already we have seen actually the energy is required for this process. That's why active transport of K plus ion is there. Actively that K plus ion comes into the, we have to say that the guard cell, and because of that one we have to say that again water from subsidiary cell enter the guard cell, increase in the turgor pressure, that go away, and already we have studied the structure of a very interesting, that is of a guard cell, that is nothing but it shows a variable thickening, isn't it? So the thickening we will find just close to the stoma, or we have to say that the concave part is a too much thick rigid and other part is a thin, isn't it? And that rigidness helps to tolerate the, we have to say that the turgor pressure. So here I have given you idea about how that actually the active K plus ion transport is opens the stomata and close the stomata, isn't it? And next time also we are also going to learn again another theory which was put forth by the Steward, and that we have to learn in detail how actually and which processes are responsible for mechanism of opening and closing of the stomata, which were given by the Steward, that we will learn in the next lecture. Friends, here I have tried my level best to give you idea actually mechanism of opening and closing, isn't it? Mechanism of opening and closing of the stomata, that is general process, isn't it? And another, that is some hypotheses have been, some theories have been put forth by the various physiologists, and that are helping to give idea how actually turgor pressure increases in the guard cell and how the turgor pressure decreases in the guard cell, and that things are responsible for decrease and increase of the, we have to say that the turgor pressure of the guard cell, and definitely the degree of turgor pressure is responsible for size of the stomata opening and closing. So whenever K plus influx, there is increase in the turgor pressure because of the water enters from subsidiary cells. Also we have learned the structure of the stomata. In that one we know that actually all are these are the epidermal cells, but some modification we can find in case of the guard cell, and surrounding cells are also epidermal cells, but we are calling to that as a subsidiary cells. So these things we have learned. You have to learn all these things. And another one announcement I am going to make you, that students, you will have two, actually on on Saturday we are giving some tutorials to you, and each and every tutorial you will have to attend, my friends, because that your submission, that you are answering of tutorials, submission of tutorials, we are counting for the continuous evaluation. So in that one, you are going to get the marks out of that. So you have to be a punctual, you have to be every time be attentive for submission of the these things, in the sense the whatever given to you the tutorials.